Bill Cosby. Do you feel like he got a fair
Again, y'all, this is a clip from Art of Dialogues channel. Make sure y'all go and show love and support to that channel. Always have great interviews, great content on there. Again, my man Judge Joe Brown, a brother, an elder who I have tremendous respect for, and I believe everybody should be listening to, and you know what I'm saying, every time he speaks. This is his take on the Bill Cosby trial and situation, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit play, let him, you know what I'm saying, cook, give his expert analysis and opinion on it, and then I'm gonna chime back in at the end of it and you know what I'm saying, give my personal some of my personal thoughts and opinions on it. I'm gonna try not to pause play too much, let y'all watch that whole thing. Feel free to come support my channel. It's growing, it's up and coming. No, I haven't released a lot of my original content yet. I'm still sitting on it because of my computer situation and stuff. So I have to do everything with the cell phone and everything for right now. But yeah, feel free to like, comment, subscribe to this channel as well. We growing, we up and coming. King Loki, baby. Let's get into it.
shake or no?
No, he wasn't. I said from day one when they first got ready to charge him, I said they can't. Because what went on is this one woman sued him civilly, and he properly expressed the Fifth Amendment. I have a right to be free from self incrimination. You cannot compel me to give evidence against myself. Well, in a civil case, you can. The defendant can be required to give evidence against himself, but in the criminal case, he cannot. So what wound up happening is the district attorney, the elected district attorney, the office holder, committed to office through a very detailed letter. It said, we have absolutely no intention of prosecuting Mr. Cosby. He said, we've thoroughly investigated this matter and we've found that there is no substance to it and the witnesses and the parties complaining are not reliable. So the civil judge said, okay, now since you have no Fifth Amendment liability, you have to give a deposition, where he never admitted committing any crime, but he did say they asked for drugs and I gave them the drugs they asked for, and sometimes we did have sexual activity, sometimes not, etc. That's not confessing to the crime, but that does state the action that might be interpreted as a criminal action. Well, okay, you got somebody running for DA, and this person swore up and down that they were going to prosecute Cosby and they were not going to be held to what the previous DA had done committing to office. So they turned right around and used the civil deposition as evidence for the crime. And I said, they're going to do this. They can't. That's Fifth Amendment. There's no way, no how. The office is bound. You cannot do that. And that's exactly what happened. On the appellate level, the state Supreme Court said the case is kicked. You can't convict him on that. That is too bad a violation of the Bill of Rights. The other thing was, is I talked to Dr. Cosby personally after he got out. He told me that he hadn't been in there a week when they approached him and said, if you'll just go along with this, we'll make sure you're out in a week or two. He said, no, well, I'm not going to confess to anything I did not do. Yeah, they wanted the drugs, but that wasn't anything wrong, with that. I didn't force them. They did what they wanted. And the woman in question, you got to look at her. She wasn't Miss Cutie Pie like she used to be. She looked like she'd been rolled hard and put away wet. And it was obvious she was jump starting her career.
Hold on. That man said she was rolled hard and put away wet. Hey, I'm using that shit. I'm putting that in a rap or some shit. She was rolled hard and put away wet. Goddamn. But this just goes to show y'all, man, just how America's justice system really is. Like, it don't make any damn sense. Somebody from 50 damn years ago can just wake up one day and say everything that, you know what I'm saying, we did was, you know what I'm saying, like rape. Like, you participated in that stuff. You came to these parties to consume these drugs. You wanted to do these things. This is what you were known for doing well before I even got in that ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what the hell? But let's go ahead and let them keep on cooking. Judge Joe Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Here with a bit of casting couch and tent. Like this thing on Valentine's Day, she called him up, I think it was testimony 16, 17 times on Valentine's Day. That's inconsistent with what was going on. The judge lost control of his courtroom. His significant other wanted this prosecution badly, and he was letting the jury look from the floor above the courtroom down as topless women were running around talking about due cause being in. There was communication back and forth between the sequestered jury and outsiders. He let his courtroom get out of hand where fanatical women were giving demonstrations. And as I said several times before, when you look
Hi,
at
I am
the
a
list
Google
of the
virtual assistant
people
recording this call for the
or
person
the
you're trying to
pictures
reach.
of the
Before I try to
people
connect you, can I ask what you're
that were
calling about?
involved with making the accusations, well, guess what? They had done that casting couch thing with great enthusiasm, and apparently
Before I
their
try to connect you,
casting
could you
couch
please give me a
performance
quick description of why you're
wasn't
calling?
much better than their professional performance. And they don't look like they used to because old age has settled in, but you know, that's just preposterous. It was a thing where they wanted to prove a point,
Unfortunately, the person you're
and
calling
they
cannot
had
take your call
another
right now. Have a
agenda.
nice
Now,
day.
part of that agenda, I'll give you an example of it. They want to make a new felony rape category. It's called rape by seduction.
Okay, y'all. Yeah, I was talking about this to some of my family members a few months ago when I first heard of this. I actually did some research on it. This is something that was actually trying to get secretly pushed, you know what I'm saying, by this toxic, demon crack feminist, you know what I'm saying, LGBTQ plus, you know what I'm saying, agenda. It's called rape by seduction. They can't say it. I'm gonna say it because I don't care about monetization from YouTube and stuff like that. I do this because people need to know this, need to understand these things. It's called rape by seduction, and he's gonna go into much better detail about this. So please put your listening caps on and pay attention. Both men and women, pay attention to just how just ass backwards and stupid that this sounds.
In other words, the way they say, you're supposed to call somebody up and say, hey, look, I'm kind of horny. You want to go out to have dinner this Friday, and if it's good, we can get it on. Okay, fine. That's not how it works. But they want to make this a felony. If you say, hey, let's go out to dinner, you go out to dinner. It's a great night, good restaurant. The wine is cool. The conversation's great. It's spring or fall, you decide to go for a walk in the park and you hold hands and somebody says, your place or mine, and you get to somebody's place and kissing and hugging and petting and all of that. It gets hot, heavy, and everybody gets all hot, wet, and bothered, and clothes come off and you get it on. Is that rape? Of course not. That's human nature. But they want to make it rape because what they say is it's supposed to not happen because that's rape by seduction. If you seduce somebody, that too is rape. So you're supposed to carefully ask and say, do you want to have sex? And if somebody says, let's have sex, then you can proceed. You want to go further? Well, okay. And then you're supposed to ask before you penetrate again, and then stop in the middle. Is it all right to continue? And then stop and get a written statement. It's all right to finish, not quite literally, but just about.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see, as you can hear, this is fucking retarded. I'm sorry, this is just complete ass the fuck backwards. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chaser, because that's just how I am. I gotta, speak on this. That's a grown ass man who participates off and on in hookup culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that supposed to work? Just like he explained, I know it's hard for y'all to understand, but it's literally just that simple and dumb. how he just explained that shit. I meet a girl and I have to tell you what my intents are up front type shit. You know what I'm saying? Every man fucking knows you not getting no pussy if you pick up the phone like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shit, give me some pussy. It don't work that way. Even if you done already fucked the bitch before type shit, 9 times out of 10, it don't work that way. You gotta lead with, oh, you know, shit, come over. For what? Shit, just come over. Shit. If she get to asking all kind of 50,000 fucking questions, you already know she ain't trying to give you no pussy. Because, like I said, for some reason, in today's, you know what I'm saying, you don't ask. You know what I'm saying? You just go with the flow. That's how girls want the shit to happen. If you tell her exactly what your intents are, she automatically puts her defenses up. Niggas only get the goddamn eat pussy when her guard is down, not up. The whole courtship measure is to make the woman drop her guard, to make her relax, to put her guard down, to allow, you know what I'm saying, to make her vulnerable. Women are naturally going to be defensive. You know what I'm saying? It's our job as men to break through all of those fucking barriers type shit, you know? So, like, what he's explaining, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell, the human population is about to drastically be reduced type shit, because ain't nobody finna get none that way. Hell, women don't know how to ask dudes for dick shit, and men aren't allowed to ask women for pussy type shit. The only way a man can come up and flat out ask for some pussy is if he's pulling out money good to go behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, how much type shit. If he leaves with how much, you know what I'm saying? Shit, yeah, he could probably get it just like that. You know what I'm saying? At the drop of a goddamn me down. But if you out here goddamn me trying to get your Mac on, your groove on type shit, you know what I'm saying? And I have to tell you what my intent is upon laying eyes on you, I have to get a written consent form in order for me to climax. You know, I gotta stop and think about that. You in the mid of doing your motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? You going ape shit in that motherfucking ass. Goddamn me shit. You getting ready to explode. You getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? Shit. And I gotta stop before I come and get you, you know what I'm saying? And get you to give me, you know, permission to finish. And then I gotta get you to sign the paper before I do it. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna fucking work. That shit don't work. Let's go ahead and finish this up.
Not that bad, which nobody would get laid and you wouldn't have any human beings floating around on the planet. That's not how we work. But these clowns want to make that a new felony category of rape by seduction. I mean, you kind of wonder what kind of sad, pathetic life do they have. And I look at it kind of another way. What do you see anytime you see a human? You see a successful screw. That's what it's all about. And a successful screw, 9 months later, something pops out what got screwed. And then it grows up and it has a successful screw and something else pops out. And that's why we have all these people on this planet and why we didn't all die out in the last ice age. But these clowns want to disrupt that cycle and say somehow or another what humans have been doing for the whole time we've been here is somehow wrong. Now, it just doesn't work that way. So again, this is a deviation from human nature, and these people are crazy. It's like, hey, man, have you ever had any, or are you playing 40-year-old virgin? And then
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is anti-God behavior. This is that devil shit. You know what I'm saying? This sound like some LGBT plus transgender shits, you know what I'm saying, came together and tried to rewrite the laws on how human beings come together and make babies. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't work that way.
you look at the stats. They're kind of depressing. Right now, for example, there are more virgins who are female 25, no, excuse me. There are more boy virgins 25 and under in America than there are girl virgins. So there are more girls 25 and under who have had sexual experience than boys. That's kind of crazy.
Exactly. Those numbers are completely backwards. You know what I'm saying? If women are so-called, these modern women are so-called, you know what I'm saying, just what that is, then how is it that the men, the so-called demons, you know what I'm saying, the bad guys, you know what I'm saying, are going without getting any pussy? 25 years old is still a virgin? That's pretty fucking crazy, man. Real talk. Hell, my first sexual encounters happened when I was 12. Well, the first time I had sex, I was 12. But my first sexual encounter with a girl, I was in kindergarten. And I didn't come on to the girls. The girls came on to me. It was two girls, both taking turns touching on my private parts. Hell, so they touching on me, so my natural instinct, well, hell, let me touch on them, and they let me do it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? But now there are more girls busting it up. I've been saying this shit for years. These damn girls are getting their pussies popped at 12. They're not even making it out of middle school without having some type of hypersexualized experience. They sucking dick, you know what I'm saying? They sucking pussy, you know what I'm saying? Or they just flat out fucking. They doing something. Most of the girls between 8 and 12, if they ain't had sex yet, they already just sucked on hella dicks already. They'll tell you. I've had these girls tell me this shit. Hell, she was like, yeah, they'll tell me. Nah, I wasn't fucking yet, but shit, I was sucking on a lot of wee-wees. I've had girls tell me these things. Like, this is bad. It's real, real bad. I'm so glad I got like 2 little nieces that are valuing their bodies and their virginities type shit. I talk to them every time I get the chance to, like, don't be this way. You know what I'm saying? Sis, I just don't understand, when did it become cool to be a whore? To be a hoe? Men don't like women with experience. Hell, we like women with no experience. We prefer you to be as dumb as a box of goddamn me rocks, preferably, because at least that way I can teach you every goddamn me thing you gonna know. We mold and shape you into what we need, you know what I'm saying, to go down this road called life, you know what I'm saying, that we all gotta goddamn me walk on. You remove the man out of the goddamn picture, shit, and now, you know what I'm saying, we see, like, the end result. Like, the women are the ones that are out here being reckless, being stupid, shit. Like, but somehow it's the man's fault. It's our fault. It's if there are more girls, if there are more men that are virgins, that means that literally all the girls that are fucking are getting fucked by the same dudes. So there are 10 boys in the classroom. 2 of the boys is busting all the bitches' pussies open. That's pretty much the odds that's going on right now. I can tell y'all right now, shit, I never took a girl's virginity. I don't know what virgin pussy look like, feel like, or whatever. I know what it look like, shit. But I never stayed into a situationship long enough to you know what I'm saying, to do that, because all these other girls was, you know what I'm saying, they was already fucking. Shit, I'm just trying to fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I just want to know what this shit feel like, shit. And this girl is willing to give me some right now, and I've been talking and dealing with you for weeks or months, and you talking about you want to wait till you're married. Well, I want to do something right now, shit, so I don't want to wait. You know, shit, if I can go back and stop myself, you know what I'm saying, I want to say I ran into like maybe 3 or 4 girls that was, you know, virgins. And if I would have known what I would have known now, shit, I would have definitely stayed trying, shit. Hell, I would have stayed with them, shit, because at least, you know what I'm saying, I would have that security that I'm the only man that's ever been there and done that type shit. I didn't value that type of shit as a young man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But let's let this man cook.
35 and under, there are more girls who have left home and gone on their own than there are boys. Something's wrong with this. 2011, the Pentagon wrote all of these research papers, and they said, we can make you physically strong, but we can't make you mentally tough because you're not getting exposed to enough influence from real dads. 13 years ago, they said if you would put all ethnicities in the pot in America, 42% of the Americans 35 and under were born out of wedlock, and it's 82% for those who are 20 and younger. Where is this going? They noted that, and the facts are still consistent, only 28% of each year's high school graduates are boys. A lot of boys aren't graduating who should. Only 28% of the supposed graduates are boys. Only 32% of the college undergrads are boys. Only 36% of the college grad students are boys, and only 44% of the workforce are guys. And then for the last 50 years, we've had an official take your daughter to work week, but not one take your son to work week. So something's being done wrong to the boys that is keeping them from having mental toughness, which is impacting our defense posture. Now, that is some white papers that the Pentagon released 13 years ago. They can't take them back. They've been published. They don't want to admit that these things got said, but that's what's going on. And meanwhile, the Chinese military, the People's Republic, has the People's Army. They've got a man-up campaign. Russia won't let American citizens adopt their children anymore because they say, we don't want them to turn rainbow. Now, at least not encouraged to be this. So where are we going with this whole thing? What is this agenda? And then, we have this ideation, not where the young brother is, a hero, not where the young brother is a businessman. He's a pimp. He's running hoes. He's doing robberies. He's selling drugs. He's burglarizing. He's killing. He's doing all kinds of destructive stuff. We're glorifying dysfunction. He dresses like a garish clown so you can see him from 3 blocks away. He doesn't blend in. It's horrible. Now, I've represented some real live gangsters, and the best of them dress in suits and ties or sports coats, or they look like everybody else because they don't want to announce what they're doing. And then when I was practicing law, Lloyd Brown, they put a case on me. Well, man, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. You know you don't belong in that neighborhood. You and 3 of your homies are smoking dope in the car. You can smell it from 2 blocks away. You got your music blasting so you can hear it from 4 blocks away. One taillight's out and your registration's 2 months out of date. What the hell do you think's gonna happen? And all the neighbors are calling about the disturbance you're creating. No, they're not picking on you. See, don't get stuck on stupid. Start thinking wisely and think about where you're going with your life. That's what we need to do. We need to understand, young brother, it ain't about what you're trying to perpetrate, it's what you're really doing. Do you really have this job, or are you trying to act like you're something else? And are you trying to act like something else that's an asset to your community? Or are you cannibalizing your community? Do you look like a parasite that's living off of your community, not providing for your community? What the hell's wrong with you? Who are the grown men that set the image? You sit there and you listen to some young folk talk to you and say, wait a minute, I think I know what your problem is. Say, when you looked at somebody that actually had a job, he was slightly dirty, and you looked down on him, and you looked at Slick, who is all glammed up, and he's got on a whole lot of this, that, and the other, a lot of bling, and he doesn't have a job, and he's living off your mama, and you want to be like somebody that's pimping your mama. And you've been listening when he comes over and deals with your mama. You've been listening to your mama talk to somebody else. Hey, I noticed the first of the month you got paid. All this good loving you done give mama, you ain't coming over here. You better, I ain't giving all this away for free. and then they can hear what goes on through the thin walls. So it's really crazy. And now we have a national agenda where this stuff is not only just heard through the thin walls, it's being pushed right out in the open. Now, is that how?
Facts. Facts. Big facts. I've been saying this shit for years. I've been saying this shit for years, man. I've been saying that shit for years. For every bit of 10, 12 years now, since I was like a teenager, like shit, 15, 16, like I became conscious, like to a lot of, you know what I'm saying, the hypersexualization, the perversion, and it wasn't from the men, it was from the girls. Like, it is fucked up because I remember in middle school, you know what I'm saying, everybody was trying to get on me, talking about I'm being managed and, you know, and this, that, and the third shit. I'm just being a man. I'm just being a boy. Shit, I like girls. I like pussy. Yes, I'm trying to fuck each and every last one of you bitches in here. Shit, that's just what that is type shit. I'm looking at each and every last one of you as a potential victim of this goddamn ding dong right here. Shit. Hell, me and this Samuel L. Jackson stick of mine shit was hunting. You know what I'm saying? We were on the hunt. Like, man. Shit, I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, drop off weapons of mass destruction shit in my goddamn classroom and everybody knew it. Shit, and I used to get, you know, treated as if what I was trying to do was like something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I remember that impact all throughout, you know what I'm saying, going through school. Shit, me trying to get at a girl, you know what I'm saying, shit, was a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like, but it's crazy though. So, but yeah, man, shit. Well, let me go ahead and let this end, shit, so I can tell my testimony.
You want your neighborhood to be? You want it like we go out here, you know. Yeah, I always carry in Memphis, so I'm out here, you know. Yea, though I walk through the alley in the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because I can do my John Wick out here, you know. Other people are like that, but it's a dangerous place. And it's inappropriate for the neighborhood to be dangerous, where when you're a grandparent and you got your kids over, you put them in the bathtub to sleep because you got this cast iron around the place, wrought iron. At least you get some armor for them. So if a bullet comes through the wall, you know, maybe they'll survive. You know, this kind of thing is bad, where, you know, you hit the news, they shot my baby down. They didn't need to gun him down. They could have just took him there. Why they need to put something up? And everybody else out there saying, good, they took him down. He's been making life hell around here. See, here we go again.
Man. Yeah. Judge Joe Brown, everybody. Yeah, shit, man. Hey, my man's be cooking on that real shit though. Like I said, let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Shit, let's get this conversation started on it. If you got any videos, anything like that, you know what I'm saying, that y'all want me to, you know, to watch and give my personal reaction or opinion on, or anything like that, you gotta send it to me via my Instagram. I'm not mistaken, shit, the link is inside the description. If not, I'm gonna definitely make sure that it's there. And yeah, man, shit, let's get after it on the King Loki, baby. Shit. My man.